Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for clicking. It means a lot that you guys keep clicking. If you guys keep clicking, I'll keep making. And today we are looking at Mike Gabler from the Survivor 43 cast. And to me, this guy, he's super cool. He's like your perfect casting choice because he has a little bit of country in him, a little bit of northerner in him, and especially he has that character element. He's not just a game bot who's going to just be like error 404 does not compute human emotion. He's actually going to have a personality and definitely a sense of humor. And so I'm very excited to see him on the season. And today I'm going to go through all of the content that we have on him, including his pregame interviews and his EW bios. I'm really excited to do this. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, and let's do it. All right, before we do anything, let's watch his 1-minute personalized video because I feel like these videos always give us a good insight into the person's personal personality. That was a lot of personals.
My name is Mike Gabler. I'm originally from Texas, now I live in Idaho, and I'm a heart valve expert. Working in the operating room under high stress, I think is the perfect way to prepare yourself for Survivor. And I've been working in the operating room for 20 years, but I'm not your prototypical medical device person in that I look like this. I have tattoos, I've got a beard, and I'm a pretty big guy. So for first impressions, I'm probably going to be perceived as being a pretty intimidating guy, but I've got a heart of gold. I really care about people a lot, and the longer I'm in there, the more that people get to know me, I think the better I will do with people. But at the end of the day, outwit, outplay, outlast, you're going to have to be a little ruthless. Like I always say, the good friend will stab you in the front. So I hope I'm that good friend that can just, take everybody out one by one with a smile.
Wow, that was better than I expected. I was kind of expecting more of a Keith Nail kind of 2.0 type of situation, but he talked about strategy, he talked about social game, he talked about being prepared for the game mentally and physically. To me, that was the best personalized video that I've seen because I've watched now two, both the paraplegics video as well as Nyeka's video, I believe. So Noel and Nyeka, and they both never mentioned strategy once in their videos. I'm curious to see how his strategy is going to work. Again, he really reminds me of Mike, not because they're similar as far as like archetype or anything, or as far as like their dialect or where they're from, but as far as their personality, being both like emotional guys, multi-layered characters, while also being pretty good at the game, at least it seems like, and willing to backstab people while still being honest. I think it's very interesting, and I'm pretty impressed by that video. He's now maybe my favorite to win the game at this point with that attitude, although he is a man and he's not black, and that really doesn't fit the I don't know, but he seems like such a good player. He seems like a very, very well-balanced player who's also not just some weird super fan game bot. And lastly, we have Gabler's EW bio. So obviously this is where we learn the most about the players. So let's just get right into it. So first we have the fact that he was born in Texas, great state. He lives in Idaho. So he's moved from Texas to Idaho, from country to country, but different types of country for sure. It's interesting that he moved. Usually when people are born in Texas, they don't move away from Texas. They move either to Texas, or if you're born there, you just stay there for life because it is such a cool state. He's a heart valve specialist, which I suppose is like kind of a heart surgeon, but he only specializes in that one part of the heart. Again, there must be tons of money in the heart industry because, there's like 1,000 different heart specialist occupations. His favorite hobbies are camping, hunting, fishing, and skiing. So he's definitely a big guy when it comes to the outdoors. Kind of on brand for him. When you look at him, he kind of looks like a very outdoorsy type of dude. 3 words are intense and energetic and fun. So he's definitely someone who knows who he is, who doesn't want to take the game too seriously, but when he is taking it seriously, he wants to take it very seriously. So he wants to be fun and happy and joking, but it seems like if things are, like seriously happening, like if stuff hits the fan, he can turn on that switch and be serious, which to me is a sign of a good player and also a good character, because you don't want just some goofball who just doesn't even take the game seriously. To me, that's more annoying than someone who takes the game too seriously. His pet peeves are unfairness, which to me is kind of silly. Like life's unfair. I don't know. That's kind of stupid to me. But then on top of that, he says also men in skinny jeans. Very interesting way to open up your pet. It's like, I don't understand what's the idea. Does he hate the men that are in skinny jeans? Does he hate the jeans themselves? I'm confused. And then what about the skinniness of the jeans makes him mad? I don't know. I will say I don't wear skinny jeans, but slim jeans do have an appeal to me. On top of that, he said that as social as he enjoys alone time, and he's more sensitive than most. Now this reminds me of Mike from last season's bio, and overall what he said in the pregame. He always talked about how he's a really emotional guy, how he looks really strong and tough, but he's actually a super emotional guy, which to me is the sign of a good male character, because a lot of times the male characters are just kind of like figureheads for their alliances, or they're just like characters that are stupid or dumb or good or bad. It's never the person. We get a lot of emotion from these female characters, but we rarely get it from a male character. So I am happy to see that. That's why to me, like, someone like Adam is very, very intriguing as a character. He does show his emotions, he wears them on his sleeve. So that would be nice to get a character who does do that as well. His hero is his father. He was in the military. He wants to play the game like Sandra, which to me, I guess, is better than wanting to play the game like, for an example, Wentworth, which 5 people on this cast said that they want to play like Wentworth, which to me is like, why? Why would you want to play like Kelly Wentworth? It doesn't make any sense to me. And I think Full More said Sari. Again, why are you guys not wanting to win the game? So at least he picks the two-time winner. But the reason is kind of interesting. He says that she was just always in the right place at the right time. But that was because of her luck. That wasn't because of skill. So is he going to try and luck his way through the game? Because that's not a very repeatable strategy. It worked for Sandra because she was exactly in the right place at the right time. But it wasn't from her own doing. She didn't put herself in that place. She actually failed to get to that place, specifically in Heroes vs. Villains, but also in both seasons, where she failed to get Fair Play and Russell out in those 2 respective seasons, and ended up winning the game basically because of their 2 presences on those seasons. Why do you think that you can be the winner of the season? And he just says yes with 2 exclamation points. And to me, this kind of wraps up him as a person. He seems like this really goofy guy, maybe not the sharpest knife in the toolkit, but I think overall he has a sense for the game. He knows what to do in the game socially, maybe not strategically, but I think he can definitely have people like him, and that's more than I can say for some people on this cast. But what do you think? Is Mike a cool character, a bad character? Can you win the season? Let me know down below in the comments. As always, none of this happens without you guys. Without you guys, I'm sure you guys spinning a weird microphone. Join the Discord server down below. As soon as the season starts, that server will close up to avoid spoilers. We want you there. We have tons of fun. You can ask me any question you want. You can recommend any video you want. You can talk to other fans of Survivor, Big Brother, Australian Survivor, South African Survivor. So make sure to hop in there now. And that's how I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.